Good morning, everyone. This is Financial Literacy 101. And today, stock review, we will be reviewing AMC Entertainment, also known as American Movie Company. Now, you guys know, quite frankly, the movies has been closed since the pandemic has started. No one has been going to the movies. Most of our movies, most of our entertainment has been coming from Netflix and Disney Plus and Prime Video. That's some of the main content out there. But hey, you can actually go and look at one of my last videos. I believe that I released it 2 days ago about all access TV. But as far as investments are concerned, let's look into AMC to see if this very short moment in time, will it be profitable for your portfolio for you to add it or even to buy options? But just to let the cat out the bag, for a very, very short period of time, I believe that you can make some money. So here we go. This is AMC. We'll get right into the timeline. In the past 5 years, have been down 84%. 84% the past year. 61%. I'm rounding up all my numbers. 3 months, 15%. 1 month. They've been up in the past month for 3.2, and the past week they've been up almost 16%. And we're going to get into why they've been up 16%. They've been doing a lot of things, kind of like what Netflix has done, Redbox. They're going, trying to go digital to make up some of. Remember, they used to send you DVDs and all that in the mail. They got away from that. That's why Blockbuster went out of business, because they didn't change their business. Anyway, and then today they are up 6%. So there's a lot of money to be made with AMC right now. Let's get into some other information for people who don't know about AMC. AMC Entertainment Holdings engages in the theatrical exhibition business through its subsidiaries. It operates through the United States markets and international market segments. The United States segment involves in the activity in the U.S. and New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Atlanta, and Washington, D.C. The international market segment focuses operations in the United Kingdom, Germany, Spain, Italy, Ireland, Portugal, Sweden, Finland, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Norway, and Denmark. The company was founded on June 6, 2007. It's headquartered in Leawood, Kansas. So they are essentially everywhere. They were founded in 1920. They also give dividends. Remember I told you about those dividend stocks? See, this stock right here is only $4 and some change. And they have 13% dividends, okay? 14% dividends. Let's see what their collections are. Entertainment, 100 most popular stocks, stocks under 25, 23 IPO, U.S. North America. Now, let's get into some of the information that is actually making this stock hot right now. I'm not going to say that it won't dwindle and decrease in value later on, but right now, this stock is hot. So, here we are about the conference calls and the earnings of AMC. But the major story came back on August 6th. AMC expects to reopen all international theaters in 3 weeks. Now, the analyst ratings are saying hold and sell, 70% hold, 30% sell. Their quarterly earnings, if you can tell, they were up at the fourth quarter late last year. And from that point, mainly because of COVID, they have been declining. Their per share is down $5.44. And of course, there are companies that's now operating out of debt. Other companies kind of in their sector for entertainment, you see Carnival, you see Norwegian, you see American Airlines, and you see Cinemark. Now, Cinemark, man, is up 10%. Let's just briefly look at this one really quickly. They, for the past 5 years, you can tell they've been down just as well as AMC, but they're at a higher price point. They're a higher price point than AMC. So in the past month, they've been down 7%. In the past week, they've only been up a quarter point, 0.1% of a quarter. And then today they're almost up 10%. Okay, that's to kind of give you some context, but I think the value is in AMC. Okay, so they're already up 5%. They were up 4%. Let's see, they're going back and forth. I'm gonna go ahead and buy a couple of these stocks. You know, I don't like to have any money left inside of my portfolio. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna simply change this to dollars because I'm going to invest a whole $115 inside of this. So that equals out to 24 shares, 0.4. All right, let's see. All right, I'm gonna buy it. Done and done. So we'll look at how good I'm performing as I'm ending the video. Let's move on. All right, market watch. I'll check to see if there's anything significant that we need to go over. Okay, the 52-week range, roughly $2, all the way up until $12. So right now they're $4. So like I said, there's some money to be made. When you think about investing, you think about these low stocks that has, a lot of volatility that has been going up and down. You have to get in at a certain price point and then be patient, okay? And be patient and allow the stock to rebound, allow the stock to rehab itself. And then as you see the market turn, get out with your profit. Because not all stocks should be held for a very long time. Because as you can tell, in the past 5 years, they was down 70, 80% in points. And you're not making no money just holding on to a stock like this with so much volatility in that particular organization. So you have to know when to get in and get out. Look at their EPS, earnings per share, and they still are giving out dividends. But look at the dividends. This is not tantalizing. This doesn't make you hungry to buy the stock. 3 cents? 3 cents? No. But as I said before, this is a particular stock you get in, you get out, and you run with the money. Okay, because you can see when I get on these news stories, if you notice, I kind of got away from the analytics. People are not really understanding some of the analytics, even though I broke them down. But I can tell you, can you simply invest off of stocks just with news stories? The short answer is yes. The long answer is be careful. Okay, I'll just say that. All right. Anyway, their earnings per share is a negative 26.91, which is pretty bad. But when I look at my EV companies, they're always operating out of debt. But this is a bit much. But again, that doesn't mean that you can't make any money. Let's see any significant stories. AMC stock slides out the quarterly loss. That's not what we're looking at. AMC stock, but I do have some news stories for you that is not as bad as what you see on Market Watch. But here we go. I popped this up. AMC exits theater close, right? AMC expects to reopen all international theaters in 3 weeks. It says AMC Entertainment Holdings said on Thursday it expects all its international theaters to resume operations in the next 2 to 3 weeks, while 2/3 or more of its U.S. theaters are set to reopen later this month. So they're thinking about opening up theaters later this month in August, okay? But there's some other news story that's also important because if movie theaters, they have been closed since, April or May timeframe. And they haven't been making any money. So they've been losing money because they still have buildings, they still have creditors, they still have investors, they still have to pay the bills, essentially. Movie theaters across the world were shuttered since mid-March, so March-April timeframe. When several countries imposed strict lockdowns and social distancing measures to limit the spread of the coronavirus pandemic. Okay, we already resumed operations more. This is what AMC is saying. We have already resumed operations in more than 130 theaters in all of the countries we serve in Europe and the Middle East. This is more than 1/3 of our international theaters, CEO Adam Aaron said. Okay, the world's largest movie theater chains plans come as studios push to make their movies available in living room sooner than the typical timeline of roughly 90 days after they debut in cinemas. Again, this is the important part you need to read, okay? How they are revamping their business, how they're using innovation so they can still bring in profit, okay? They said They're making their movies more available in living rooms sooner than the typical timeline of roughly 90 days. They debut in cinemas. Last week, AMC and Comcast. Here we go. Here's the information you really need. Last week, AMC and Comcast. Universal Pictures agreed to a major shift that will allow the studio's movies to be made available to U.S. audience at home after just 3 weekends in cinemas. Okay? So what they're doing right now, they're doing what they call direct to consumer, like Disney Plus is bringing Mulan not to the theater. They're going right through their own platform. So big moves like that actually hurts AMC, but this right here shows promise, right? If I read this information right here, it's kind of dire from AMC. So I'm just jump to the good stuff. The economics make sense. Under current paid video on demand releases, let me see if I can blow this up for you guys can see it. Here we go. PVOD, this means paid, video on demand releases. AMC doesn't receive any economic benefits. I'm gonna say that again. Under current paid video on demand, when people are just releasing their content on Netflix, Prime Video, and Disney Plus, AMC doesn't receive any economic benefits under agreement with Universal. AMC gets a cut of every paid video on demand sale, regardless of where it's sold. So with their deal with Universal Studios, AMC gets a cut of every paid video on demand, regardless of where it's sold. That is the information that's very pertinent in order for you to invest. AMC modeling very high cannibalization rates from paid video on demand releases, Aaron said. In some circumstances, we would need to be small for us to be ahead of the game, he said. Nothing, each release will be different. Smaller films see much of the box office proceeds in the first couple of weeks. The impact of PVOD on those releases will be small. So what they're saying is their profits are going to be small, but they're going to be bringing in profit. Now I'm going to jump right here. Aaron notes the number of releases grossing over 100 million in the US and Canada. Last year, total just 30 and only 15 gross over $150 million. What's more, studios will likely postpone PVOD for those films as they have more to gain from theatrical. I keep messing up that word. I'm just going to say theater distribution. Okay. Those factors ought to mitigate the impact of PVOD distribution on box office results. Market expansion. Aaron sees PVOD as incremental to theater viewing. PVOD is just another option for consumers to watch a film, and he thinks it'll expand the total revenue for the industry compared to the status quo. What's pertinent for this that I believe is, even myself, I watch Hamilton on Disney Plus. There's a lot of platforms out there that offer a lot of great content, okay? A lot of great content that now they're doing direct to consumer, but now they're having you to pay certain amounts of money. Just like I was saying about Mulan on Disney Plus, how they're going to charge around $30 in order for you to buy that movie. That's because they know that you can essentially invite anybody over and watch Mulan. So they say we need to put a price point out there that doesn't break the bank, but we still get a lot of profit from. Because take, for instance, if you have 2 kids and your 2 kids have 2 friends and those 2 friends have 2, you're going to have a watch party, a Mulan watch party. You get some popcorn, you get some drinks. It's only $30. And then if you want to make a profit even there, you say, hey, each child pays $5. You know what I'm saying? You could probably make double the amount that you even paid for the actual film. I'm just saying, you can actually do things like that to make a little bit of money. And Disney knows that, but they say, we're going to do it at $30, right? Because they're picturing if 3 of you or 4 of you went to the movies, you're going to pay $30 in movie tickets. So that is where they're getting that price point from. So essentially, that's the things you need to understand. Now, we're talking about investing versus that, because when it comes to TV, I don't deal with Netflix. I don't deal with Hulu and all those. Again, I released a video a couple of days ago about all access TV. And that is, believe me, that a lot frugaler and a lot cheaper than what you're paying for all those subscription services, okay? And the content and the system and the platform is really, really good. Okay, so let's go back and see how my portfolio is doing when it comes to my total portfolio so I can explain something that's going on. All All right, let's see who's in the chat today. Nolan Baptiste. Good morning, Nolan. Good morning, Jermaine. And he says, should you invest in AMC parent company? Parent company. Let's see. Let me look at some details, but we're also going to look at my portfolio. But I'm going to type something up really quickly. See, AMC. Now, when you talk about AMC altogether, and let me let the viewer see what he's talking about here. AMC is an umbrella, and under their umbrella, they have XM, they have WeTV, which I believe is Women Entertainment, Sundance, BBC America, A&E, and AHC, which is American Heroes Channel. Should you invest in the parent company of AMC? Well, AMC is a network because everything that entails under AMC, it's a good chance that you can make some profit off of that because more people are watching TV. But from my knowledge, what I know about AMC, they've been down as a whole network, whether it be the movie theater or the entire stock, anywhere from 50% to 90% down. But does that mean that they're going to continue to operate out of debt? Does that mean they're going to continue to perform poorly? No, it does not, because as of late, even AMC Network has been up anywhere from 2 to 5%. So if you guys are on your WeBull, your Robinhood, your M1 Finance, any investment platform you're on, check out the performance AMC Networks. Now, if you check the 5-year and 1 year, I'm pretty sure you're going to find that it's in a decline. But if you check kind of like maybe the 1 week or even today, they should be doing fairly well. But I believe AMC Network is actually above $20. Okay, so I want people to get a little more bang for their buck. So that's why we're going to deal with AMC Entertainment when we're talking about the movie theater, okay? But anyway, here's my portfolio. So I want to explain to you guys, this is just kind of some bonus information that you can also perform poorly with some of the decisions you make in your portfolio. Now, if you notice, usually when I show my portfolio, I'm always up. But, you know, you can't predict the market. You can only go off the information that you have, and then hopefully it does well. Well, I'm going to blow this up a little bit more. As you can tell, I am down $400 today. I'm down $400 today, and mainly because I have a lot of options over here that are doing poorly. So plug was up yesterday. I mean, I made over $200 with my plug option, but now it's down. Okay, now it's down. Now, see, the plug option that I have at $10 call, I made some good profits, but now that one's down almost 7%. Then I have the Moderna, the mRNA one. I'm down 58%. The Nikola one that I told you that I bought because of their, they're making semi-trucks, electric and hydrogen semi-trucks. I'm down 54%. And then plug the call that's 12 and a half, I'm down 36%. I mean, I'm doing poorly when it comes to my options, but, and these options end in 3 days. Okay. They end in 3 days. They expire on Friday, except for the plug at $10. I'm expecting for that one to do fairly well. So let's go and look. And also NEO is down. Okay. NEO is down. AMD is down. Apple is down. The regular individual shares of my plug are down almost 2%. Sunrun is down 6%. Tesla is down. And then I have my AMC shares that I just bought. So let's go look at that. Let's look at how much money I made off of them. I only made 5 cents off of AMC, but they're still up. So I'm not really making any money there. But my entire portfolio is down. Anytime you see more red than green and you compare your percentages, you're down. And I'm down $400. But I'm gonna stay fast here. I'm not going to sell anything because I still have a lot of time till Friday. A lot of things can happen between now and Friday. A lot of things can happen between now and Friday. So when it comes to my options, Plug was booming. Let's look at Plug really quick. Let's look at Plug Power. I was actually going to do a review about Plug Power today, but AMC came up on my screen and I really started doing some research. So today I'm down $7.50 with Plug Power, but my total return of Plug Power is $152 at 55%. You can roughly say 56%, okay? 56%. So I'm really doing overall great with Plug Power, except when it comes to my 6 option contracts that I have, it says today's return, a negative $75. Well, not a negative $75, but I'm losing $75 at a negative 14%. But my total return is $61. Okay, my total return is $61. So I'm still plus side on that. Okay, that is giving my performance today. But when I go back to my portfolio, and today, again, I'm down, it's still declining. I'm down $421 now. I'm not freaking out. I'm not freaking out. Give me a second, guys. All right, I'm back in. So the past week, I've been doing, let's see, the past week, my portfolio, because today is, look at this. I'm not doing well. I'm not doing well. If I go to the peak of the past week, right here, because of today, the market is taking a dump. But in the past week, at 5 a.m., look at this. I want you to look at this. If you can't see what I'm looking at, that little grayed out, you know, so it's not too bright, but it says 5 a.m., August 11th. That's early this morning. My portfolio was up $710, roughly $711 at 5 a.m. today. And then all of a sudden, boom. This is how quickly the market can turn. Now, as you can tell through my timeline, through my week's timeline, I was I was making really good decisions in my investments and holding steadfast. Then this morning, boom, I made, oh man, a $700 in 1 week, right? Then all of a sudden, it went down. It went down. And it didn't go down that much. But let's look at the past month of my portfolio. My past month, I've been down 11.83%. At the past 3 months, I've been up 117% for the past month. So the past month, the past 3 months, it looks like I've only been averaging about $1,000 a month, which is not good because usually I can average anywhere from $200 to $500 a day. In the past year, my portfolio has been up in 111%, and then total, my portfolio has been up 111% again. So I've had a bad day, a very, very bad day. My total portfolio is down almost 7%. So I'm losing a negative I'm down $420. Okay. So let me read some of your notes. That's pretty much what I have for you guys today. Hopefully you guys can look into maybe buying some short options with AMC that can probably help your portfolio bounce back like mine or whatever. So the market is really taking a dump right now. That's all I'm gonna say. So we got Majesty. He said, yes, sir. We got Let's Get It. I'm just learning. And Jermaine Anderson said, thank you. Well, you guys are very, very welcome. So I've been doing these stock reviews every day so you guys can understand how I break down stocks. And lately, I've been leaning just with the news, but we do also have to understand all the analytics that are involved in looking at a stock and not just the news. Yes, I am holding AMC. I am going to hold AMC for a little bit to answer Majesty's question. So I'll go back to my portfolio and I'm going to let you guys see how AMC is doing one more time. Here we go. So right now AMC is close to hitting 6%. Me, I'm only made 30 cents. But I believe because of the new news and the new deal that they made with Universal, that is actually going to do well. So let me just take this back a little bit. I'm going to expand this. So this is what I like to show every now and again, because I'll lose a lot of people when it comes to this. But if you're learning or you're becoming more interesting and see how I look through these things in order to make a decision, let me tell you right now, just because you have all the information does not mean you'll still make money. It just helps you to make a more educated investing decision that possibly you would make money. And granted, I've made a lot of money by learning things like this, okay? Not just looking at the news. Even though, believe it or not, politics in the news, but the news will report politics. So I just point people to the news. When you see, oh, Trump signed a executive order for stimulus packages giving X, Y, and Z, meaning that how things are inputs for other things. So if Trump signs an executive order for a pay tax where you're not going to pay a lot of taxes on your payroll, I forgot the name of it, payday toll tax or something like that. I forgot. I just gave the video the other day. Excuse me. But anyway, you're going to get more money back if you're working, right? They're not going to tax you as much. So what that means, you're going to have more money in your pocket to do what? Spend. Then you have to figure out what are most consumers, what are most Americans spending their money on. So right now, believe it or not, most Americans are spending their money on three things mainly. Three things. Since they're staying at home, they're buying more food because they have to cook or they're cooking or they're warming up their food in a microwave or oven. So that's a lot of other research you might have to do. What are people mostly buying at the grocery store? And then look for those companies. You get what I'm trying to say? So the news is so important because it reports everything, right? Certain news channels, Seeking Alpha, Market Watch, Forbes, all of these are major news networks that report about companies and stocks. So essentially, you have to use just common sense. Okay, we're not going to pay that much in taxes because of coronavirus because we need more money. More people are staying at home. So guess what? People, electric bills are going up because they have the AC or heat on more. So let's look into energy companies. You get what I'm trying to say? People are eating more and going grocery shopping more. What are people buying in those grocery stores? You can look those things up and look at those companies to invest in. So when it comes to food, entertainment, and energy, those are three major things that people are really using. Food, entertainment, and energy. Because guess what? Most people will be at work using that electricity, okay? Who is your internet company? Let's look at whether it be Comcast, Time Warner, AT&T, Verizon. All these people who have cell phone coverage as well as internet, these are other companies to look at because people are going to be doing what? Using more of it because you're working from home or you're at home, living off your unemployment check. So these are the things you have to associate, not just waiting for things to happen or waiting for a stock to go up. You kind of have to be premeditated in your thinking about what's going on in the world right now. So the information I give is pertinent because I'm looking in the future. How is AMC innovating their business to start bringing in profit, which should, quote unquote, help their stock and to motivate investors to invest more money, which is going to help their stock price to increase in value. But anyway, I'm just go over this really quickly. I'm not going to spend a long time here. Let's see, estimated moving average. That's the one right here. You have your moving average and you have your volume, how much of this stock is going back and forth, how much people are buying and selling. Then you have your Wilder's RSI, your relative strength index, and then you have your regular relative strength index. These are indicators of how this stock has been performing throughout this timeline. And right now I have it on a year. I'll hit it up on a day. So of course the day is a lot shorter. And the way you're reading this, I think I like the year a lot better. Now, any investor will see here, he will input the news in the forefront of his brain as he's looking at these analytics. Because as you can tell, they was on a steady decline in the past year. So let's go to 5 years. All of the indicators, all of your analytical tools are saying they was up they're going down, 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 down. But when I hit a year, they're going down, and then they start to kind of rally, and then they're flattening out. Now, I'm not getting to the super details of how am I reading this, but what I'm telling you is the news also is an input for all of these indicators of you looking at the analysis of this stock. So you will see probably in the next month, if I'm correct, because of these deals that AMC is making, you should see a slight tick in the upbringing of this stock. Kind of like, I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me see if I can scroll in a little tighter here. You see this little peak right here. That little peak showing that it may show promise, okay? It may show promise, and it's really giving you active and live indicators of how the market is responding to the business that AMC is actually doing, believe it or not. So that's just one small step I took you guys into. I didn't get too deep because I don't want to lose anybody, because I know a lot of times it's good to get things in nuggets so you can digest that information, think about what I said, think about what we're talking about, and then move on, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys have a great and wonderful day. I don't think that I'll be doing a Symbols update today, so I want to tell you really look out for that, because we already know that Congress and the Senate, they're on recess. So any information dealing with stimulus just will be futile. Unless Donald Trump is going to do executive order, which I believe in the powers that he can't do it because he actually needs Congress to actually do, he actually needs Congress to vote in a bill so we can get paid a stimulus payment. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired. And you might want to buy, a midterm or a short option on AMC to make some money, but buy it and sell and look at it every single day. All right, guys.